What's going on, guys? Michael from GPURisers here with Dave, the veteran miner. Welcome to Wired Wednesdays.
Hello,
Dave,
hello.
that background looks a little bit different, Dave. Where you at?
Yeah, I'm by the water. So, guess you can't. Back there is the ocean right there. So it's like a block away. So I'm on a little mini vacay right now. I'll be back Friday. Friday, Saturday, I think it was.
Okay.
Hopefully you don't hear the cars too bad.
No, I heard that one a little bit, but not too bad. Your
Yeah.
surface is really doing a lot to keep that background noise out.
Yeah, not bad. So using an old laptop. Now my sister-in-law wanted me to use hers, but I guess the way the setup was, this might work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I also have a new setup here. I was explaining to Dave, if everyone is wondering why my camera looks awful, it's because I switched to an awful camera. I had like you guys, I think I've mentioned on other streams, but the camera I bought for like doing videos for the GPURisers channel, like I didn't know what I was buying when I got it. And so Mike or Hawk Crypto brought it to my attention that that's like a photography camera. It's not like a video camera. So I had like this $3,000 camera just sitting on top of my computer and everything like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sell it, get rid of it. And this webcam had good reviews, but now that it's on, it looks pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and swap it out. And it is wider. I see that. Oh, we got Crypto Craig here. What's up, man? Geek of all trades. Teaspoon, Blue Dragon, Goat, GPURisers, Star behind you. That is called a litter robot. My fiance and I decided together to get a cat, and so we've been kind of like slowly moving into the house. We bought a home a little over a year ago, and so long story short, this room was like filled with stuff from where we moved, and I moved, turned it into an office slowly, but the cat litter robot is in here with me for right now. So Dave got to see the cat litter robot in action about 10 minutes ago before I closed the door. So
Yeah, you guys missed live action. It was great.
Yeah, I mean it's nice because I've had friends before that have had cats and stuff. And growing up, I never had cats. We always had a dog, and I would always go to the friends' houses and stuff, and you'd see the cat. And litter just grossed me out. It smelled and stuff. But with this thing, I mean, it takes a shit in there and it just rotates for like 2 minutes and it dumps into like this sealed tray and stuff, and like it's like you don't even know what's in here. So besides of course the loud grinding sounds whenever the cat goes in it, but yeah,
Wow,
so
you're shit and piss free right there, huh? You good to go?
exactly, Dave, exactly. All happy in this room. But I do need to get a new camera. This thing is not going to work out. I mean, even for like conference calls and stuff, I feel like this is bad. So I got to figure something out though. But I know that camera just, and also like like right behind this camera and screen is like a window, and the sun like blares into it because it's facing east in the morning. So like just, I felt like over time it's just going to damage the camera or something. I don't really know, but switching up a little bit. But let's see, Teaspoon Miner, what's going on? Blue Dragon, of course. ChumpChangeXD, what's going on, man? Integra Guy, what's going on? Yeah, I'm trying to also switch over to StreamYard instead of doing the Streamlabs and everything like that. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. DJ Mines, what's going on, man? But, Dave, how's your vacation going? Let's talk about your vacation for a minute or two.
Well, it's going great, but I'm burnt to shit. You can see this right here. Oh my god! Even the top of my head, you see through the gel a little bit right there. I have. Oh my god! I'm hurting. I'm hurting. It's just. I'm just so ready. I'm a freaking tomato.
Is this the first day?
No, it's the second day.
Okay.
It's the second day, and I didn't listen to my wife. And this is what happens. I get burnt when I don't listen to her. I was like, it was overcast today too, so it's just like I don't know. I got burned. I get burned easily anyway, Yeah. So, when we were in Florida and stuff like that, I was already like turning a shade just by going in and out and just going from here to there and stuff like that. So
yeah. Well, you got a couple more days, right? How many more days are you there for?
A couple more days. I think it was like 4 days total, something like that. Like 3 nights, 4 days. Something, it was like a little kind of like a quick thing to get away. got a birthday, got a couple birthdays celebrating over here, got some extended family, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, their children and stuff like that. So that's why I'm outside, because they got little ones and, they're pretty loud, So
yeah. It's also nice to be out too.
yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I think it's probably around like 80 something degrees right now. So it's just nice because that's the water over there. You can't see it because it's late at night, but past that, what is this? Past that house right there, the ocean's right there.
Yeah, nice.
You got like semi trucks and shit in the background. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We got Panda in the chat. What's going on, Panda?
Better is bowling. No, absolutely not.
Well, it's good that you got away, Dave. I think since I've known you, and it's been what, 2 years now. Yeah. I don't think you've taken a vacation, or maybe you did.
Nothing at all. That's why it's like quick, right? Because I got to get back. Home.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we haven't taken a vacation. Oh my god, probably like at least 3 years or something like that. And this was a quick one. So
yeah. Well, you deserve it, Dave.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
But it seems like we keep switching off. Like we're just always in, like, one of us is always in some random area. You know what I mean? I feel like it's mining disrupt. That's probably just because of the last month. I feel like it was steady for a while. Then mining disrupt, and we're in Miami, and then we're just everywhere. So, but no, it's fun stuff, man. Enjoy your vacation.
We get to switch it up. It's not a regular. It's not the same thing for the most part. All the same thing the whole time from start to finich, right? So
yeah,
it was different. So that's good. I like that. I think everyone that's watching, they like that too. So it's good to have some change.
Yeah, exactly.
We haven't missed one. You know that, Mike? You and I, we haven't missed one since day one. We've been doing this for like how many months now? At least.
Yeah, no, I know it's been a while. I did two. I had COVID for 2 of them. Remember that?
I couldn't believe how you got through that.
And then traveling. Yeah, no, we've always made it work. I feel like I've been at a lot of different Airbnb. You know what I should have done is I should have taken a picture of the background at every Airbnb and then just save it so I can switch it. Instead of the cat litter box and everything, have an actual background. But
fine. It has that blue, the blue LED lighting and everything like that. It looks nice.
Yeah, exactly. Someone mentioned BTC is dumping, so I'm going to throw a chart up here real quick, just for moral support. Let me see how I can. There's automatic beats. Vistang's here, 10 out of 10. Thanks, man.
Get bags. It's dumping.
Red Panda, Vistang, big fan. I'm a big fan too, Red Panda.
Yeah, who isn't a Red Panda fan, right? Who isn't a Red Panda fan? We all are.
Oh, it is dumping a little bit. I mean, it's 28.5. It's not bad. How are some of these other coins going? You haven't really been mining a whole lot, have you, Dave?
Yeah, a little bit here and there, basically.
Yeah.
Just same old. That I'm not. The thing is that I'm not one of those guys that I just change things when something's happening. I mean, maybe I should. Maybe I should get on the bandwagon and start doing all this crazy shit like everybody else is doing. But I don't know. It's just not my. It's not my thing. But I was gonna do some other mining and maybe spec mining and stuff like that. I might get into that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I mean, right now it's just I'm been really busy and focused on the business, right? To see what we can do, what maybe change a couple of things up, so maybe we can get more wires into more customer hands. You know what I mean? So that's my number one goal. Plus, there's so much inventory that's not even I haven't even put it on the website or anything like that. So I got so much to do. Plus, yes, I'm a YouTuber. I've been putting some videos out actually recently, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you have been.
Yeah,
that 120-minute one was great, and then you had one that was kind of touring the whole warehouse. I like that one too.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing an update, maybe once a week update of the shop, or the shop itself. I don't know.
Yeah, the progress and everything.
I don't know if the viewers want to see that once a week, see what's going on, updates, stuff like that. That was a thought, you know what I mean? Kind of I
think people would. People are always interested in that kind of stuff. I definitely wish I did more of that, with my warehouse and stuff like that. My warehouse was split in half. It was a long thing, and one half of it was all mining, and then the other half was all GPURisers fulfillment and everything like that. And for some reason, I was like, the whole time I kind of thought like no one really be interested in seeing the fulfillment side. But looking back, I definitely should have done that too. You know, like this is, you know, like the process of everything. You know what I mean?
How bad was that?
That wasn't that bad.
Huh?
It looked pretty bad from your expression, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of shit. But sorry, this is where we got in like what we have for tonight. But
yeah, but you should definitely do videos like that.
Yeah,
that's you know, it's something I think people would like to see.
Okay. I mean, that's right.
But yeah, I mean, I was actually just in my warehouse. What was it, yesterday? Because my only printer's there, so I've been having to do a lot of different stuff with printer. You know, not with printers, but printing stuff, and I don't have one in my house, so I always have to go down there and do orders and stuff while I'm there. But I'm actually packing my whole warehouse up now, so it's kind of like it's bittersweet. You know what I mean? Because I'm moving all of it to Melbourne now, because Melbourne was just filled with stuff, but now it's all in Kansas. So I'm going to be doing fulfillment from Melbourne. And I think I'm just going to be kind of, you know, getting some stuff. I'll keep some stuff down here, but keep the majority of the stuff up in Melbourne. But that's kind of my, you know, my view with it. But definitely because I regret that. I regret not doing more videos on that.
Okay.
But other than that, I'm spec mining. I threw these up here. The Mining Kiing has helped me with all of my Dynex overclocks and everything like that. So kind of like what you said, I kind of, you know, wasn't really spec mining. I left everything on, like, I think it was Flux I left it on because it was stable, easy, you know, no issues. Right. But with the profitability on Dynex and everything like that, I, you know, finally bugged King and I was like, please help me with this a little bit. But still having some issues. You can see this one right here, this 6700 XT rig. I don't know what it is, but this thing always restarts. And then this rig always just has some random issues as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm mining. I'm bringing this up because I am selling some mining hardware, but I'll show you in a second what it is. Because up here, I have two different farms. I have my Kansas one. So these are all the ones in Kansas. This is 10 R8s. And this is kind of where I want, like, I don't know, I'm trying to diversify a little bit, right? So I think my max that I'm going to hold for crypto mining is 10 R8s. But then I have my other farm here. And these are all still on Flux. But I think I'm going to get rid of all of these. And the reason they're on Flux is because all of these are open air frames. And they're down here. But they're not easily accessible to me. Like, I have to travel a little bit to get to them. And these have been running for a while without issues. I mean, you can see one of the rigs right there says 50 days, 31 days. It's kind of like set it and forget it type thing. Whereas like Dynex or like switching to any of these new miners, like just seems like there's issues. And like I said, these are in open air. So there's no like Octominer features for like hard resets or anything like that. So I figured I'd keep this on Flux. But I do think I'm getting rid of it. I actually did post in the, was it the Terra Discord or the GPURisers Discord? I can't remember. Oh, it was the Terra one. I'm selling 16 3070s right now. It's going to be this one, this one rig, and this one. Or this one. I don't know. But I am selling those. And then what I'm going to do with it is build a AI rig, which I'm going to talk a little bit later about once Jarrett gets on, or the Mining Kiing. But kind of consolidated down a little bit because, yeah, these AI rigs, you know, this is my view on it right now, and this is what I'm going to do and kind of test the waters with it, is I'm going to build 2 card 4090 rigs. And the reason for that is 1, heat, 2, you can buy newer hardware that's going to depreciate not substantially, you know what I mean, using 5.0 lanes and stuff like that. You're kind of future-proofing it. 3, power. You know, these things are going to be full bore, you know, with, you know, high-end processors and everything like that. You know, these things might reach 1,000 watts, but that's okay on 120, and that's where these rigs are on right now is 120. So I kind of want to keep it around that. Might be able to stretch it to 3, but everything I've found, which I can bring it up here. Let me switch it real quick. All right. King's going to absolutely tear me apart for this build out. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Let's see here.
But
What is this?
It's this motherboard or
a little bit bigger or no?
Yeah, 1 second. Oh, it makes it into a whole different window. 1 second. I gotta change it. Sure.
Might be the screen. This screen is small as shit.
Yeah. All right, so it's a motherboard like this, but on these you can get, where is it? 2 PCIe 5.0 16 lanes. And I know that that's always... It's the MSI X670E Carbon.
And what chipset is that?
It's the AM5. It's like for the newer Ryzen. So I have this kind of picked out with a 7900X, and that's something I kind of wanted to ask King as well. Is it worth the bump to the 7950X? Because I think it's like something like another $150 or something like that. But yeah. Oh, we got Hawk in here. What's up, man? Chump change. Get the E99 416 lanes. I want to, but
416. How much is that board?
This board's the E99?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that much. And,
really?
And I get it, with all these, the Octa servers and everything like that, and building on like an 8-card 4090 rig, but again, the problem that I have is that where these rigs are located, they're running on 120, and I do want to build an Epic server for these, but that's going to have to be hosted at Terra. You know what I mean? Like, even at my home, I have a 30 amp that I can run, but I'm not going to, pull all my servers off of it and blow, 6,000 watts on a 4090 rig on it.
I want to ask you a question, Mike. So Chump Change is talking about this, right? Dual CPU, 416 lanes, right? 200-ish. That's cheap. Dual CPU. The question is, how much? What's the RAM? What is it? What does it cap out at? How much RAM can you put on that board?
I think what I have selected out for this is 128 gigs. I'm looking up the X99. Is X99 Xeon?
Probably.
I think it's Xeon.
I think it's dual Xeons. My guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of like basing
it. Is my screen shaking at all, Mike? Because my screen's shaking like a lot.
No, it looks fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a couple on Vast, and again, this is like something I'm going to be working toe and toe with King on, but LGA, yeah, it's the LGA 2011 is Xeon. I see a lot of the ones rented on Vast being, Xeon, Epic, but I kind of want to keep this as like basically just a computer, right? Because those parts are a lot easier to sell. They hold value a little bit better. Of course, buying used, X99s or E99s is going to be best, but Goat said it's also PCIe 3. Yeah, that's another thing. There's all these different things with it. It's kind of like me just dipping my toes into it with this. Kind of like off the top of my head, I want to build a couple of these, but it's going to be about $5,000 per build. But that includes 2 4090s. But of course, it's not cost effective compared to building, like a server with, 8 of them, or, probably not 10, but like 8 of them in it. Because you have to buy, all the motherboards for every 2. You have to buy all the processors, RAM, and everything like that. But it seems like the ROI on this stuff is pretty good. Almost like to the point where it's like, I would say, not like peak Ethereum mining, but like really close to peak Ethereum mining.
This you're talking about for AI.
Yeah, well, for like renting to AI, yeah, like Vast AI and stuff like that. There's going to be more marketplaces with that as it comes and goes. Let's see. Goat just sent me this, the X99. Okay, it's a V3. Yeah, I mean, the only worry I have with that is the PCIe 3. What else does this have on it? Also, you're going to need ribbon cables. I mean, this would be good for like an open air frame, but I kind of want to shove everything into just like a normal computer. That's why, with this, you could fit just 2 4090s right on it, And I put this stupid case here just so that King can laugh at me. I don't know if I got to probably flip this back, but this one at the top. Let me. I don't know why I have to switch this every time, but there we go. I just wanted to see what King's going to say about this one, but yeah, but kind of just building it out like that. So each computer is not using more than about 1,000 watts at peak. That's kind of the idea that I had with it, but I know it's not the best. But Retro Mike said, GPURisers, I'm doing similar build as you, but with micro ATX boards, 2 4090 turbos, and putting them in cube cases makes them easy to place wherever and not need tons of power. That's exactly what I'm doing, Retro Mike. That's kind of the goal. Is I kind of want to turn, two, 8-card 3070 rigs into one of these, and kind of go from there.
Pretty cool.
Chump change. Yeah, it makes sense that that's what you want to do. You have too much money. Now, this case is not what I think I'm going to end up with. I just wanted to see what King would say about it. But yeah, no, I have I don't know. Here, I'll switch it back over to yeah, I mean, these are the rigs really that I kind of want to sell. I got 48 GPUs. I have some 5700 XTs that I've had forever. That this one always just goes bad, so we'll reboot that. I think these are all 3070s. More 3070s. But and I also have 3080s here as well. I do want to get rid of these as well. Yeah, I have 6 of those. So I don't know. It's kind of like consolidating these down, because if I could replace, 48 cards with just say, 4 computers, right? With 2 4090s in each one, it's just easier to for me to manage. And, these kind of are set it and forget it. But also mining Flux right now is not profitable with electric rates and everything like that, but I'm too scared to switch these because if one goes down, it's going to take me a week and a half to get it fixed. So I feel like the AI ones would be a lot easier. Also because you would be able to have them on the the smart plugs because the wattage is so low and everything like that. So I don't know, kind of where I am with things. Because I also have, like I showed you guys, 10 of these. This is as much as I kind of want right now into crypto. And all these are in Kansas, and the rates in Kansas are relatively good. So it makes sense to mine there. But yeah, I know I'm ranting a little bit, but that's kind of where my head is at with it. And I know everyone's kind of been flooding the whole VAST and stuff like that. Yeah. But I do think... as the markets, I see it a little different than crypto mining, right? The more, miners that you put on an algorithm or blockchain, the higher the difficulty gets, the lower your yield is going to be. And you kind of just hope that price goes up, right? Whereas with AI, with the supply that goes on the market with the 4090s or, whatever cards you're putting on, proof of useful work or whatever, as the supply goes up, it lowers the price, right? Because there's more, there's more saturated of a market, but there's also the demand is going up just as high as the supply is with this stuff. So the prices are coming down a little bit, but not substantial at all. The prices could drop, I would say 80% compared to what they are now, and it'd still be a lot more profitable than most crypto mining. Unless you said earlier, Dave, always seeing what the newest thing is and then switching everything over to it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So... Let's see. Crypto Craig said, "Great idea, Retro Mike. I want those turbos." Yeah, Retro Mike. I just wondering, where are you getting the turbos from? I would also do that, but I saw Octo was selling the turbos, but I can't find anyone kind of in the States selling them. And also, they're more expensive than just ones you could buy off Newegg and stuff like that. I think I have. Let's see. DJ Mine says the S21. Yeah, we could talk about that in a little. I actually did see. I don't know if this is legit. Let me pull it up on Twitter real quick. It was the S19 specs. I don't know if it's true, but let's see.
Mike, I gotta reset this laptop. I was just talking about how nice it is, but it's Remember I was telling you, see any spots? Right now, it's like flickering. The whole freaking screen is like flickering, like it's on stuck on stupid right now. So hold on 1 second, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let me try to reset this thing.
But yeah, DJ, I don't know if you saw the specs. Mike, did you put out the specs on it on the video? I thought the specs came out like a couple hours ago. I might be super late on it. But I think it was like I saw specs. It might have been like a joke or something on Twitter, but it wasn't far off from what I thought. It's I think I read 205 or 210 terahash at like 3150 watts. But that might have been like a joke or something like that. But that's not far off. You know what I mean? It's of course going to be more than the 151s and stuff like that. And they can't just do like a 210 at 5,000 watts. The efficiency has to be lower. So, yeah, I'll look it up, Hawk. Let me see real quick while Dave is there. I should have saved it because actually I might have. I was going to send it to you and Jarrett. Oh, look, we got a special guest, the Mining King here.
Hey, what's going on?
Jared, did you ever see the S21 specs leaked?
I haven't had a chance to look at those yet. Yeah, no, it's
okay. Here, let me see if I can.
I'm busy today.
No, I know.
I did, however, get the that broken E10. I got it started and I did a little short, but I really didn't play around with it yet.
Okay.
I got some other stuff I got to do tonight. Every day I'm just packed full of stuff, man. I'm behind. What's that? Yeah, the S21. I can't read that though. What's that say?
It says here, I'll just make mine full screen for you guys.
There you go. 210 at 3150. Okay. That's better than that. Look, they're 10 terahash better than the Desway miners that we've seen at Mining Disruptor. 10 terahashes more. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if again, like this is just like on Twitter going around, but there were a couple people that tweeted it around, and it seems like it wouldn't be too far off. You know what I mean? Like what specs would be different? What if it's 190 at that? You know what I mean?
So what do you think? Is there a price leak yet? I don't know. I haven't been to Bitmain yet.
No. Here, Mike, I'm gonna send this to you, but this isn't the original post I saw. This is just another person that's like posting it around. So take it with a cup of salt.
So yeah, it's nothing on Bitmain's site yet.
Yeah,
nothing there.
All right, Jared, I'm ready. I've been ready all day for you to roast me on my potential 4090 build out.
You said something about that. I haven't even done a build or anything like that, man. I'm let's see what you got. Like, let's see your parts list here.
Okay, I gotta give you the disclaimer because I told everyone else.
There's a disclaimer with the parts list.
Okay. The reason why I'm doing it is I want to keep it under 1200 watts because it's going to be on 120, right? So that's number one. Number two, I want it to be fairly quiet and enclosed. I don't want like an open air with ribbon cables or anything like that. Three, and you can correct me if I'm completely wrong, I'd rather go AMD on it than Intel.
You're saying for the CPU? Yeah.
Yeah. It just seems more attractive to renters.
It's weird that there's disclaimers with this parts list.
Well, you're gonna roast me, so I figured I'll just give you these disclaimers on why I chose these parts. Okay.
Okay. Those are your thoughts. Okay.
Here's my shopping cart. So you can roast me on the case first. So that's the case.
Why?
Why this case? You want my honest opinion on it?
Is it $200?
Yeah, it's 204 actually.
Oh.
Plus $16.
You have so much glass in there. Okay, let me just say this: you would be better off buying a cheap $50 case that just had a bunch of fucking holes drilled in it. All right, than all of that stuff. I have that case. My son has that case, but the smaller version. Look, it's right behind me. I can take my camera over and show it to you.
Is it nice?
I have the mini ITX. It's not that great for airflow. I mean, it's decent. It's good enough for gaming, but you're gonna stick two 4090s in there.
I mean, that's the plan. Well, no,
That's what you were thinking.
Well, I'm thinking also at
so
the
much
top,
glass.
like this thing has the I/O plates at the top, right? So my idea is that it would just blow a lot of the hot air out. But I know a lot. If it's not a turbo carder, it's not like a what do they call it? A blower style. It's probably just gonna blow air all in the case, right? So
well, here's the other thing is it's like there's no PC fan cases that are gonna give you a lot of high CFM.
okay, wait, there's more.
Oh, okay. This is where it gets interesting, huh?
All
right. Let's see here.
At the bottom,
here's
$200 of Noctua fans.
I mean, Noctua is a good brand, but like, did you look at the CFM on that particular rated one?
Yeah, they're not that. This one's not that great. It's not bad, but it's not great. But they do have a higher RPM one that I do want to get, but it was only shipping from China, so I put these in here for now. But
okay, let's see the rest of it. We've only seen the fans in the case.
oh wait, Hawk is one. What is it? Hawk just texted me a million times.
He's just like, this guy never checks chat. Worst streamer ever. Hashtag.
All right, now I just have Mike like he's blurred out on my chat. Hold on, Mike.
It says DJ Mine says that Charlie Lin got it from Bitmain. Oh, he must have a prototype or one of the early releases of the S21. Is that what you're talking about, DJ? Mike.
Cape Cod Crypto said, "Do you care about noise? If not, what about a gutted cheapo server case?" Yeah, I do kind of care about noise.
Okay,
I kind of want it to be like.
Here's an idea. It's a thought. Why not just get an open like air bench, right? Just like Soat has and every other YouTuber has, and just stick the 24090s on it.
Yeah, no, I could. I could do open air, but I'd rather not do open air. I'd rather
it's a test bench, so it's not really. It's sort of open air. It's like half open air.
Do you think airflow is going to be that bad? Like with 24090s?
Yes. Yes, okay. Inside of that case, that's all that glass is going to retain that heat. Oh, Mike.
Okay, I'll show you the other one that I had because the other one.
Is there like a you know?
I kind of did this one a little bit as a joke, but
this one's going to be even worse. It's just going to be all glass.
I think this was the Corsair 4000.
Oh, the 4000. I mean, that one's okay.
Yeah, it was something like this, and I would just load it up with Noctua fan.
So the thing is, though, is like. Now, see, I don't like that there's not any airflow on the side panel there. You're running 4090s, Mike. You're going to want every panel to have air vents, man, as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's really kind of what I was thinking, but it's hard to find cases that aren't really like this, you know what I mean, that are big enough.
The Lee & Lee XL ROG by Dare Bauer.
Lee XL.
Just put ROG. Then hit enter. It's that one, the $200 one. Don't look at the $400 one.
This one?
200. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah.
This has glass everywhere on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean that's what you're gonna
do.
Yeah, it's gonna be glass everywhere with these cases. But the nice thing about this is it has air on the bottom and the top and the side.
Yeah. I wouldn't even get a case, man.
That's what I said. I said do a test
Why would you
bench.
even get a case? Right, get a test bench and you have open air frames, make it look nice.
Water block them. That would be sick. If you got a sick case with a sick like custom loop set up in there, Mike, dude, that would be tits, dude.
Yeah, but then you gotta like,
he's taking my lines now, rubbing off. Look, he's saying tits.
Yeah,
Jesus. He shaves his beard down like mine. He's saying tits. I'm fucking leaving. God damn it, get me out of here. How do you remove? Remove? How do you hit remove?
But Retro Mike's saying to just spend a bit more and get the turbos. Yeah. I don't know.
It's not right. I agree with Mike. Get the turbos and they're thinner. And you know what, man? And then just go that route. Like, Mike, what are you going to look? I understand. We're a lot alike in this way. We're very vain. You want to make it look cool.
Well,
I get it. If
It's
anybody
honestly,
here gets
I don't
it,
care what the case looks like. I really don't.
so then if you don't care, don't get a lead. This is for gamers. This is designed for gamers, people who are just like, you know, having fun with their
thing is,
computer like what I have right here.
It's hard to find a case that you're looking for, Mike.
Yeah.
Because every case that you're looking at Newegg is like either for regular users or for PC gamers.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the test bench idea. Unless you're gonna water block everything, which would be sick. But hey, if you're gonna do water cooling, you better hardline it, bend all the tubing to make it look.
I'm
real
definitely
pretty.
not doing the water cooling.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna cost like $1,000 to do it, right? I mean, isn't?
Yeah, but just think about
if
your
King
temps,
does it for
though.
you, it's free.
Your temps are
That's
like,
if King
what?
does it for me. It's $1,000.
What's
If
this
King
guy
does it
always
for you.
volunteered me for shit? This guy,
We got Dave back here. All right, he restarted his computer.
dude, I was wondering where this
No.
guy was.
It didn't work. I got another computer. We're good though, right? So
Yeah, we're
it
good.
is what it is, man.
What's
going on,
happened?
everyone?
What happened? Were you
Hey,
mining
Dave.
on your home computer and it
What?
died, or what?
My laptop, man. This laptop's from like 20. I don't know. I think it's like 2015 or something like that. I mean, it's on its last
Okay.
leg, obviously. The whole screen started shaking. It started getting really hot, and I was just saying how nice and happy I was that the thing still works, and basically it started taking a shit. So we're back
Mike,
with another laptop. We're good.
I wouldn't even get a tower, man. I wouldn't even do it. Like,
It's just,
I wouldn't
it's
get
a
a
lot
tower.
of glass. And the
Is
other
glass
here's the
worse
other part.
than metal?
Here's the other bad part, though, is all those case fans. Unless you change them out to Delta fans, they're dude, they're not even worth putting
oh
in. They
my
move
god, he
so
would
little.
want to look
Oh
at
my-
that.
This guy.
I'm joking. Yeah, definitely not.
Oh,
You're not going to be able to cool two 4090s efficiently in these cases. They're not designed for it.
Yeah, I know.
They're not
I don't wanna
designed
hear
for it.
Mike. I just don't want to hear that. I don't want the hard truth here.
But
well, I mean, no, you could do it if you water block it.
if you put it in the refrigerator,
Yeah, we could. I don't know. I just kind of want to like test this out. You know what I mean? And I want to put it all in a case. But you're right. Like it would need like a side panel.
Right, you
that
want
would do
every panel to just be mesh. You just want everything just to have holes in it, essentially.
Yeah. Actually, one of my old computers I built, it was like this old Thermaltake case. This thing looked like the Starship Enterprise.
Cooler
It had like
Master-
on the side of it, it had a giant like. It must have been like a 210 millimeter fan, but it was right where the GPUs sit. It was like right there, and it would bring in cold air right from the
They
side.
used to do that like 20 years ago. They used to.
Yeah.
There actually used to be holes in a fan mount right where the GPUs would sit in the
Yeah.
cases because they got that hot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we just haven't had to do that in that many years. But you never know. We could bring it back. I could drill some holes in your case.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna replace them all with Octo fans. Just 8 Octo fans in the case. They must still have something. You know what I mean? Like they have to have.
Do you see what Cooler Master has? I know that they're kind of a lower end brand, but they usually do have good mesh stuff. Do what Cooler Master has.
Oh, they got. I mean, that's not gonna work, but
Now, see that half's really cool because it's bigger. That thing, the SOT has that one. That one
This
actually
one?
has a lot of openings. That one's not that bad.
it's only $110. Well, that's a rebate.
So you could just use all the fans there. Any case you get, dude, I would say that you need to change them out for like the Delta fans.
Delta fans on it.
But it's the same thing as Octominer fans, you know what I mean? You need the high
Yeah.
RPM fans. You can't use the little fucking PC fans that move like 30 CFM. I mean, it's like, blowing on a candle.
Yeah.
Not even that.
This is gonna be a stupid question, but you have a rig on Vast right now, right?
Yeah.
When it's rented out, is it
Uh-huh.
is it like full TDP the entire time?
Yeah, it depends. Depends who rents it. Depends what they use. I could check it right now. When I checked it the other day when we were streaming,
I know what Mike's
was-
asking here. Prepare for 80% TDP at least, Mike.
Yeah.
right now
Okay,
it's not
you're-
using the GPU. I'm making $2 a day to about 210, and it's not pulling the GPU because I could tell just because on the temperature, right? I could tell that it's idle.
But it's rented.
It is rented.
Wow. This one has one.
Well, because the thing is though is if they rent it for X amount of time, right? Like let's say the guy buys 2 weeks worth, but he only needs it. Let's say it ends up doing it in like 3 days. He's already paid the money for the 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So it stays rented, and he could use it at any point during that time.
I have a question. So, aren't there two separate applications for Vast AI that the way you rent it like a single GPU and then you could do one for multiple GPUs? Like, there's certain applications that you can never like rent the hardware. They need just one single GPU. I thought that was a thing.
You're referring to what Mike talks about. That's for like certain language models. That's gonna be on who needs to rent it. That's not gonna be up to like the operator. But
Okay.
I mean, theoretically, I mean, you could use like a hypervisor, and you could chunk everything out to where everything would use a different GPU, right? Like
Right.
VM1 uses GPU 0, and then VM2 uses GPU 1, and you could do it that way, and you could break up all the resources, and that way you had just one 4090 for everything, right? Or you could do a collective and just have a big rig of them. It's kind of whatever. I see everything getting rented there. I seen one that had 14 cards on it that got rented.
Really?
that dude's making stupid money.
Yeah, I mean, people are making a lot of money doing this right now, and
14 cards, but how are the lanes on the 14 cards?
I think it's PCIe Gen 4 at X8 on for the 144090s.
Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a big boy server, man. It's big boy stuff.
Yeah.
It's, not little PP, it's big PP.
Yeah. Jesus.
I can bring it up here. What when you go to the Unvast,
whatever you're showing, Mike, we just see the case still. We don't see whatever else you're looking at.
I don't know, I'm just trying to get it imprinted in your head, King. That's a good idea.
Okay. All right, so we didn't see the RAM, we didn't see the drive, we didn't see the motherboard.
Okay, you want to see?
We didn't see anything else. We literally just roasted you on the case and the fan so far.
All right.
All right, I got this thing's password. Okay, it's time to go order some new egg.
All right, I don't. Oh, that's all my other stuff. No, my Nimbus node. No, a cart. Okay. All right, so the case is a no. Let's see what you think about this.
Okay. All right, so you have a MSI MPG X670E.
Yeah, let me just throw this in here real quick.
Yeah. See, can you look up the lane breakdown when you start plugging into the other X16 slots?
It had this really nice infographic for me, which I liked.
Oh, so yeah, you get 2 full slots, dude. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, and it looks like it's spaced like a 4 card, so there's not going to be a whole lot of.
Well, you're gonna need that. Those fucking 3090s are super chunky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, which is crazy because like the 4090s, I don't even think won't even still saturate the entire Gen 5 lane yet.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm also thinking. Not entirely, but it would be nice to have like a rig like this.
Future-proofing.
Where I could just swap the cards out. You know what I mean? Like not have to deal with selling off the motherboard and doing all this kind of stuff. Supports all the new RAM. I don't know if Vast takes advantage of that. Do they like give you more like higher performance rankings for like DDR5 or anything?
You'll get an overall like score for your rig. I don't know. I have one rig on there, this thing. I have not tested.
You're the
multiple
expert.
rigs.
King,
Right.
so the
I'm not
rig
an
that you have
expert
on there
yet,
now,
no.
right? The rig that you have, King, right now, is that Gen 4 that you're using right now or Gen 3?
Gen 3.
Gen 3. So it's sufficient then, right? Because I was thinking about that because like you could get other, applications with the Gen 3 right now. With Gen 3,
You can get away with Gen. You
4.
can get away with Gen 3, yeah, for sure. Right now, people will still pick you up. Holy crap, dude! That number scares me. Dude, look, two 4090s, $3,600.
I know this is the bulk of it, but
That's like your build money right there. Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta see which. Okay, Mike went with the refurbished gigabytes. What an awful decision.
Wait, this one's this isn't a refurb, is it?
Click back. It showed refurb at first. Click back. That's the 1489 one.
Oh,
or did you?
Of course I'm gonna go with that one. I didn't see that before.
You better go over
what?
that question mark. Go to the question mark over it, right next to where it says refurbished.
Add 8 to these. Where's the
Left?
This means the product was tested and repaired as required to meet the standards of the refurbisher, which may or may not be the original manufacturer. Any exception to the condition of the item outside the manufacturer's information should be provided in the listing, up to including warranty details.
So you know what that means, right? Translated into English, it's out of warranty.
But it's like $300 cheaper.
Mike,
no,
we know what happens when you try to save money and we end up spending double. So let's
look at the webcam, Mike. This is what happens when you try to save money. Look how bad
that was your choice. That was your choice.
Look at this.
He still gets the manufacturer's
It's dog shit.
It's awful.
I believe you still get it from Gigabyte. The issue is there was a big thing. I think Gamers Nexus actually covered it with Newegg, saying that stuff was refurbished or open box, and actually was just like busted and didn't work. Right. The problem is if you get something broken, like you have to wait for them to give you another one. You know
the RMA process is complete dog shit, basically.
Yeah, they
can
just
you
like
return
shove
it if it
things
doesn't
in
work,
boxes.
or is it?
Yeah, you can, but the RMA process with Newegg, with Gamer Nexus, and I saw a whole bunch of other guys talking about it. It's complete dog shit.
Well, I mean, Newegg is just like Amazon. There's different sellers, so you have to see who's selling it. It's not Newegg.
No, that one is sold and shipped by Newegg.
Oh, it is?
Was by
Okay.
Newegg.
Yeah.
The thing was
Says it
by
right there.
Newegg. Newegg was dropping a ball, and they were saying, oh yeah, and then of course when they started dropping names, I think it was Gamers Nexus actually, so like actually dropped the name of who he was. They were like, oh, we'll make everything better, like instantly. Like that was the whole point of him making the whole video, that basically the average Joe was not going to get their shit fixed, or was going to be like, well, maybe you bent the pins. It was about a motherboard. It was nuts.
Yeah.
And then, so I don't know. That's why I'm leery, just by seeing that one time, right?
Yeah.
To each his own. You make your own decisions, right? But me personally, I don't feel, unless I'm getting something brand new, I'm really not going to take a chance personally.
Mike's totally taking a chance. He's saving $300 a card.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was $16.99 too when I looked at it.
I found some Zotacs for $50.99. I know some people have feelings about Zotac, but Zotac has actually never done me wrong.
Zotac has only done me wrong.
I never had any problems with my Zotacs.
Really?
I got a Zotac 3070 right when it came out, non-LHR. That thing is still mining, never repasted. It is a trooper. All right?
No fan problems.
Never want one problem.
What do you think about these, King?
Okay, like if you're just gonna go that route, buy the cheap one and then just water block it. Look, The reason you don't want AIOs and all that garbage is because guess what? When the pump dies, you're effed. And if the pump dies and you don't catch it and it's like under load at bass, you know what I mean? At full TDP, that car's gonna be screaming for help.
Yeah. At least when one fan goes bad, it's still going,
No, I meant when the pump goes bad on that thing, it's gonna.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, in comparison to one that's just only fans.
Yeah, I mean a fan, but I mean like if you're gonna get an AIO, I would just buy a cheap card and then put a water block on it, because a water block's like $250, $300. So find a cheap card and put a water block on it.
Yeah. So I guess the 4090s don't. I mean, do you have any model in particular that you like that's budget? I guess you said Zotac. Well, those are 1600, I think.
Yeah, they're $15.99 directly from the Zotac store. They actually have their own store online.
Yeah. Do they have refurbished ones?
Do they have open box, partially contaminated?
They might have an open box, but not much, few or far between. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oops.
What, are you on your porch, Dave? You're not in your studio?
No, I'm on vacay right now.
Oh, you're on vacay? I mean, dude.
Yeah. It's a short vacay.
Man. No, that's all right, man.
4-day thing.
Man.
We're on a main strip right now.
Nice.
You're gonna see probably a golf cart coming by.
Heck yeah.
Playing music. Yeah.
There we go. 7900X. Any reason why I didn't get the 3D? Is it just to save money?
It's to save money.
What's the difference? King, what is the difference with the 3D?
I'm like, you're spending $5,000. What's a couple $100 more?
Well, that's the thing, is a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there, you know, it adds up.
What would that 3D do though for what the application that he's trying to set up for the whole setup?
I mean, it would just hold better value down the road for him if you ever want.
Okay, so you're just saying value, but is that basically it's not a necessity to do, you know, for the vast AI though?
Yeah, so that's 450. Was it the 7900X 3D? Let's see.
It's $50 more.
It's $30 more because you get the.
Oh, you would do that.
Oh my god.
I would do that. Mike, you should do that.
Okay. Let's talk about Mustangs here, so this way Mike won't seem so cheap.
All right, I'll replace this then. You're right. Down the line, this is going to be worth more. Was this the original? All right. Oh, also one thing I was going to ask: what do you think about the stock coolers, or not the stock coolers, but like a cooler because it doesn't come with a stock cooler? I definitely don't want an AIO unless you think otherwise.
No, don't get an AIO. And honestly, you could just get a Wraith cooler, man. Those things do half decent if you're not overclocking it. So yeah, I would just get a Wraith cooler.
Okay.
I mean, you can get a Noctua if you want, spend the $50 or $100 for a Noctua, but there you go, the AMD Wraith right there.
This won't be delivered until.
Is that for? Is the coolers the same for the?
Oh, actually, hey, no, hold on. I'm sorry. You need to make sure it's AM5 compatible. I don't remember. Yeah. I don't know. See, I don't have AM5.
Me either.
I don't have that platform.
But I know it's different. But
yeah,
I don't know.
It is different.
Is it for AM5?
You could always get a Noctua. There you go.
Yeah.
Get a John's bow. What was that other one? That John's bow. Look at that China one. Look at that. It's right up your alley.
Look at that thing.
It's right up your alley. You're saving money.
Let's get the John's bow, man. Come on, dude. Look at that fancy. All the heat pipes everywhere, dude.
All that money, I wouldn't trust. You know, there's certain things to like maybe like cheap on, man. But like,
yeah, dude. Dude, John's bow. That's where it's at. Okay, that's. Great brand, right?
All right, I guess it's worth it having a good cooler for these things, right?
He said, I guess.
I mean, you're going to be running it for months and weeks on end. You know what I mean? So yeah. It'll pay dividends. It'll help keep it cooler.
It's the things that you never really have to think about with mining rigs, right?
What's your RAM and hard drive? We haven't seen that yet. What do you got?
Okay. I got a 1 terabyte
gigs.
What do you have RGB?
Oh, you have 2 kits. No, hey. I would buy 1 complete kit.
What do you mean?
Like you have 2 64 gig kits, buy a 128 gig kit.
Yeah.
I had an issue like 2 years ago when I built my custom loop that the other kit of Corsair was not. It just wasn't compatible, even though they were the same. It just wouldn't work. And I had to. Luckily, I bought it through Amazon, so that way I just sent it back to Amazon. I'm like, this thing's broken, and then I just ordered the 128. So yeah. I would get a complete 128 gig kit.
I did not think about that. That's a good point.
Although I'm sure it was probably cheaper to get the 264s, is why Mike did it.
Nah, dude, I never. No.
It was probably on
What's
sale.
What's that board max out at on?
He used a promo code, Red Panda.
Mike?
I'm not completely sure. I think it could support 128 without an issue. I couldn't find a 128 gig kit. I think that's honestly why I went with that.
They make them do scroll up.
Here's 2 times 48 gigs. That's weird.
No. Hey, scroll up. So, okay, on the left side, there's your filters. Scroll over to your filters, and then do. You have 4 DIMMs, right?
Yeah.
So go to 64 gigs per module, and then hit the drop down menu. Oh, does it give you any other options? Okay, then just hit apply and just let it bring up whatever it has. Okay, do 32 gigs per module. There you go. Now they have those options. So go ahead and hit that. And now you get the 128 gig kits, and they'll probably be the most expensive.
Hmm.
All right, everybody go to the Terra Hosting X or Twitter page and repost the new post, but post it from the Terra Hosting page.
Mike, do you want me
just
to find you a kit for that motherboard that's compatible?
No, I mean I can find one. I'm just doing Newegg right
Okay.
now. I'm sure I know that they're out there. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
don't know where.
And Red Panda Mining. I don't know. There's no way to see unless you use like HTOP to see like what the resources are using. I guess I should do that one day. I haven't done that yet, so I guess I should maybe try an HTOP to that thing and just see what's going on in there. I have not done that yet.
But yeah, no, I could find something for that. But other than that, I mean, everything is kind of the same.
So Panda, usually, I mean, well, see, from what Flux says, you should have at least triple or quadruple the amount of normal RAM for your VRAM.
Triple or normal, like cumulative VRAM or VRAM per card.
VRAM per card.
So 48 gigs with 249.
So so if you had like 48 gigs, because that's what 4090s are, like double would be 96, and then plus another 48. That's I mean 128 should be good enough for you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I saw in the VAST. Is a lot of people were like limiting it to like right around that, or a little bit over, because you could tell that they were splicing, like bigger servers.
Yeah. Yeah, I should probably I should see if I can HTOP that thing and see how much resources it's using. But it's going to vary though, right? Because it's going to depend on if somebody's rented it, not rented it, if they're running something, not running something.
Hey, King, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Can you make a 3D printed KS0, like a slanted, kind of like a slanted mount for the KS0?
You're saying something sort of like the CPU mining stand?
Yes, actually very close to it, but something designed for the KS0, so I can, instead of like laying them flat and spreading them far apart, I can just kind of line them up diagonally like this, and just, you know what I'm saying?
If you want to give me if you want to measure the dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you have time, if you have time.
Oh, it's okay. I have plenty of time. I'm only learning MikroTik and then, doing all the Terra work and then doing YouTube content, taking care of my dad, taking care of the wife and kids. I mean, I have nothing but time for you, Hoss.
Sweet. That's pretty good. If not, I could ask the boss and see what he says, see if he can do it. So yeah, I'll take the measurements
here real quick. I haven't looked. Retro Mike says if you're concerned about 1700 GPU, don't look at the turbos. Yeah, they're a little more. I'm not concerned about it. You know what I mean? But every part, if it can be a little bit cheaper, it's a little bit quicker of an ROI.
Yeah.
Blue Dragon Mining says GPURisers don't get refurbished at that cost. Yeah, it's worth the extra 20%.
So we haven't seen your hard drive yet, your SSD.
Oh, it's NVMe. It's nothing special. It's $50.
Go on Twitter and retweet the Terra Hosting post. Damn it! Only one person.
Oh well, I mean, I'm streaming right now. I can't multitask. The crowd needs my full attention here.
But I looked at the NVMe speeds, and you get two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why two?
Because somebody explained it to me is you should have one as a boot drive and then the other one is just a blank for them to use on fast.
Okay.
I have to figure that part out first. I have to figure that out. I haven't figured that part out yet. So that's another on the to-do list for when the rig is. I think it's at the end of the month I can take it down. So I have to wait.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you take it down before your date that you set, you obviously get
retweet.
Jesus,
I
what
see,
did you tweet that's so important here? Like
Panda put my white 3060 Ti Zotacs are the best. Yeah, some are good, some are not. I mean, I think Cape Cod Crypto mentioned they turned yellow yet. I have like a bunch of 3070, I think, or 3060 Ti ones, and they're beautiful white cards. And then the center on that fan is like this yellow, nasty goo color. But also, where Zotac really shit the bed with me were their 3090s, because during like the peak, like I was mining, I think for like 6 months on. I had an 8 or 9 card 3090 Zotac build, and every single card on that had fans that died within like 6 months. It drove me nuts. So yeah, that was that. New England
Nice.
Crypto said, "Hope everyone's having a great night. Just finished setting up the trailer in the middle of the woods in Vermont. We're riding mountain bikes and dirt. Oh, that's awesome, New England Crypto. Have a good time, man. That sounds great." Let's see. Blue Dragon said, GPURisers, get the turbos and stop messing around. Nah, I think I understand the idea with turbos. The only thing is, I bought, like, I don't know when it was. I had a shed a couple of years ago, and I bought a bunch of turbos that were either 4070s or 5070s. I can't remember. And those things were worthless when I sold them, not because of like the market and stuff like that, but like comparable to like a traditional gaming card, the turbos were worthless because it was like obviously mined with, it was a desktop or like, or a workstation application or something. It just wasn't worth as much. Whereas these AI rigs, if I feel, this is my personal opinion, if you put like gaming cards in it, like higher end ones, like the ones that like the Aorus Master, the resale value will be a lot better on those cards than the turbos, but the turbos will cool a lot better. So I don't know. There's pros and cons.
Yeah, the Aorus, not Aor, yeah, Aorus.
Aorus.
The only issue I see is I want you to think about this. Think about a particular client of ours that has A4000s and how well they usually keep temperature. Now you're only going to increase the width of the card by one more width, right, of a card, and you're going to use a 4090 with 450 watts, and you want to cool it with a blower. Ugh, that just sounds awful. You know what I mean? That sounds like the card's going to be hurting all the time.
Yeah.
But the Octo fans, they like when I turned that server on today, it actually felt like it was pushing a lot of air. I didn't have the top on, right? I was just kind of watching everything, but all of them spinned, even though that one's actually that whole back end on like 4 sides is all crushed. So I gotta go fix that. But they did all turn on.
Panda's saying this thing is 100% right on AIB for resale. Thanks, Panda. Yeah, I always kind of think about how am I going to sell this? You know what I mean? That's why when buying like motherboards like this, or any kind of part and builds like this, I always tend to spend a little bit more. I know that's going to be surprising to the guys on the panel here, but I spend a little bit more for parts that will, not be mining specific or workstation specific or anything like that. But
this thing and spend more in the same sentence. Those words.
Yeah, no, I remember I bought a whole bunch of 5700 XTs. That was before the last bull market. I was buying them up on Newegg. That was back when you could like call Newegg, and I think it was like their Newegg business, and you could like actually get discounts on bulk of like literally like 6 cards. There's 6 or 8 cards or something. But I bought a good amount of these 5700 XTs, and I think I spent like an extra $25 per card, which was hard for me to bite. It was like another 10% per card. And but they were like the ASRock Tai Chi models. And man, when I went to resell those things, they were a lot higher than the other models because they were like they started out as a higher end model. So ever since then, I kind of always will get a little nicer of a model if I can. Obviously during the bull market, everyone was just buying whatever they could. But,
well, Mike, sorry to interrupt. I have to get going.
Alrighty.
Remember we talked about it. Unfortunately, I got a couple of birthdays that we got to take care of. That's why we're actually over here with the family and extended family.
Dave, you don't have to explain yourself, bro. Just go enjoy yourself. You're on vacation.
Yeah, no, we were gonna limit, I think, but yeah,
4-day vacation. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys coming on. I have to go, but obviously the show must go on. But I appreciate everybody for the support once again.
Veteran Miner. Send me an invoice. I will keep
Yeah,
bugging you until you
Yeah.
send me the damn
I
invoice.
I
I'll
should have
do it
just
on
got
streams. I'll
off.
do
I
it
knew
everywhere.
this is coming. Let me get off now. I don't know what he said. I don't know what King's saying. But I appreciate you guys. Love you guys.
All right, Dave.
I'll see you on the
Enjoy
next
the
one.
vacay.
All
Later,
right.
veteran.
Talk to you guys later.
bro.
All right,
Later.
See you, man. Yeah, I think I'm only going to go for another 5 or 10 minutes also, but yeah, I don't know. I always, like I said, I spend a little bit more on cards just for that. I see Blue Dragon Mine GPUs. My 3070 blower card runs 1 degree cooler than my 3070 FE. Yeah, but like I said, it might perform better, but this is only going to be 2 cards per machine for me for right now at least. And again, I kind of look at the resale value and being able to sell it, down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
King, you don't have Dave's Zelle? Or I got to get you his Zelle, right?
Yeah, I told
You
you.
should tell him. He sells to his cell phone. You have his cell phone number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but how do I know that goes to the right person though? Like, what if
If
he
it
doesn't
says
have
Dave.
Zelle set up? What if it doesn't have the right? What if he doesn't have a Zelle and it goes to some other guy? I don't know. You just muted yourself, Mike.
My computer, can you hear me?
Now we can.
Okay. My computer is really janky right now. I have like USB hub after USB hub, and whenever there's like a change in like power in the house, it shuts my USB hubs off, which shut off my mic.
What do you need so much USB hubs for? What are you powering over there? You got a bunch of
I
USB
went through this phase where like
lottery tickets over there.
I know, that's why I have like this monstrous case on the top here, because like I used to have massive cases. I was like, these are so cool. It's like a starship. Like I just want the biggest case I can find. Like I want to turn that litter robot into a case, But then I went through a phase with this build where I'm like, I want to have the most power in like the most compact PC. And I don't know why. I think there were a bunch of YouTube videos going on at the time where it was like these really tight computers, and I was like, that'd be so cool to have like a sleeper build. You know what I mean? I don't know what was going through my head. So I built this mini ITX case, and my motherboard has like...
Your case is not that small.
It's like a little square. It's one of those little... It's a mini ITX.
Yeah, but some of those mini ITXs are pretty big. The mini ITX chassis, they really range in size.
Let's see if I can find
that is not that small. I already know which one you're looking at.
It's this one.
Yeah, that's not that small.
It's pretty.
Okay.
I mean, the motherboard that's in there only has like 5 USBs on it, though.
Go down and go down to the specifications. Like hit the specs on the top of the screen right there. Hit specs. There you go. And then go down to the bottom and go to the dimensions. It's right. Go up a little bit more. Right there. Stop. It's 13 inches by 10.7 by 15.6. So look up the. They might not even have it for sale. Is it the? It's not Thermaltake who makes it. Who just made Fractal? Look up Fractal on Newegg, and there's a new case. And I don't even know if they sell it. I don't know if you might have to get it directly from them. Right there, the Fracta Terra. They have different colors like this green and white one. But
Terra.
Go down a little bit.
What is this? You gotta send a cease and desist out tomorrow.
That whole case comes apart. Like every bit of that frame comes out. It's an amazing.
I think
case.
I saw this guy doing this. He does builds in these, right? Like liquid cool builds.
Right.
Steve from Gamers Nexus. He actually went out to Fractal and he did a video, I believe, on this.
All right, I'm gonna dip. King, when you're done, hit me up. I got that one guy that needs to be configured.
All right.
So.
All right, Mike, take it easy, man.
All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right, later.
But yeah,
So
no, this
then
is like my worst nightmare now.
Scroll down a
building
little
like
bit
this.
and let's see the specs. Okay, now click specs at the top. And then let's scroll down to the dimensions. Down a little.
I think.
Oh,
this
there
is
you
it.
go. It's in millimeters. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to go-
definitely smaller. I mean, but
Yeah.
like my 3090 Ti, I had to take this whole Corsair case apart, like the whole front of it off to get it in. And then the CPU cooler, I got a Cooler Master CPU cooler for it for my 5900X. The glass doesn't fit anymore, so my whole computer is just open. And I don't know. It's about time I upgrade this computer. I think I built it probably about right when the 5900X came out. I think I built this thing. So however old that is.
That's this case right there. I'm really considering selling my custom loop. And
What, for this one, the fractal?
I'm gonna build a new computer and build it in the fractal. Yeah, I had lots of mini ITX cases over the years.
You just like to punish yourself. You're gonna build in this thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, dude, because
I mean, if anyone can do it, it's you.
Dude, this case takes up so much space on my desk right now.
So you're saying I should put two 4090s in here?
4 hot swappable hard drive bays that I'm not even using right now. You know what I mean? Like, dude, this case is monstrous.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna build something like I'll get a different case, but
are you gonna buy that right now?
Not right now, but probably next week. I'm gonna order it. So I do want to find a case. I forgot what it was. It's gonna be impossible to find, but it was a thermal take. I'm not gonna be able to.
Ryan Hollywood trolling me here. Not a chance, King. Those sausage fingers won't work in that case. I'll get him in. Hey, and I'm on a new diet, by the way, Brian. Hey. Watch it. All right.
No, I think it was something like this, but I remember was I in college at the time? I think so, but I built a computer. It was my first computer that was like my very first computer, custom computer, was a cyber power PC computer. And I was like,
there you go.
I must have been like 13 or 14. But the first computer I built was in like this giant thermal take one. And it was the one that had like the giant thing on the side, the giant fan that I was telling you about. But I got rid of that case a couple years back because it was just like, it was huge. But my dad actually, like, he saw how fast the computer was, and he was like, can you just build me the same exact thing? And I built him one, so he actually still has the case. That might actually work well with something like this.
But just think about it. If you water block it, just how much cooler it's going to stay this thing.
I know, but you know me with this stuff. I'm not going to keep up with it. You know what I mean? Like with you got to drain the lines, you got to do all this stuff. I kind of
you just put a fill and drain port in there, so that way you got the fill port at the top and the drain at the bottom, and that way it's just easy peasy.
Yeah, you say
every
easy,
6
easy,
look
but
every 6 months you just drain the loop and just fill it back up. You know,
yeah.
Well, not drain and fill, but you want to run some distilled water and kind of flush it out a little bit. But it doesn't take that long, man.
I know. Here, I found the case, by the way. Let me show you guys. I got to flex on everyone here with my old case. This was it.
Our Chump says, or you just don't.
Yeah, or you just don't. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is an interesting case. Is that the case you had?
Oh yeah, this thing was cool, man.
It looks like R2D2 of cases.
But that's what I'm saying. But it had the fan right on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it had everything in it.
It had like 15 CFM. It was like a gentle breeze on the GPU.
Yeah, this thing is pretty retro. Retro Mike should get one of these and do a build. But no, I love that case. It was cool. It's just it's massive. It's a massive case, and honestly, I think I still have a scar on my leg from when I was moving it. I picked it up from the handle, and then the little plastic parts at the bottom like dug straight into my leg. I was putting it down, and it just cut straight into my leg. It's like a knife.
Or
almost.
Okay, here, better idea. You get like a fish tank, and you buy the immersion fluid, and then you just submerge the whole thing. You just dump the whole PC in there.
Yeah, I could. There's different ways to do it, I guess. But Chump says looks fake. Yeah, it does. It's. If I could buy this again, I would. That's how cool it was, King. But I don't think that they make them anymore. Oh yeah, you clicked the little button on the top, and it had all different colors. It was cool, man. You could have 4 CD drives to burn all your Xbox 360 games on it with the dual layer disc.
You could burn 4 CDs that we could sell to your friends for $5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Back in the good old days. But But all right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting a little late for me over here. It's getting a little. King is just getting to dinner time now, so he's ready to
It's
get a night to start.
6:50.
Yeah, it's not almost
It's-
9:50, but I'm exhausted. But I appreciate everyone coming on, and thanks, King, for helping me with this build. I definitely won't have any more questions as I go through this process. So, but
I'm
if
blocking
you,
your number now in case you're lying.
yeah, you just block it right now. But
Oh,
maybe
man.
that's what I could do is next week. Well, next week Dave is going to be hosting, but maybe I'll do like a live stream and build this thing while doing the live stream. And Jared can just, or the King, I don't know what names we use, but King can just be on the live stream for 8 hours with me until it's completely set up. So
I'm not available. We're gonna have to, this is gonna be billable hours here.
yeah,
Under the Mining Kiing LLC.
yeah. No, I'll see how far I get. You know what I mean? But maybe I'll do a live stream.
Don't do it live. Don't do it live. Don't do it.
Why? Do everything will go very smooth, King. It'll be very smooth without
All
any
the trolling
hiccups
and
or-
everything. It's just gonna make it take 4 times longer. Don't
Yeah,
do it
probably.
live. Just build it. Do a vlog.
where I can
would
cut
do
it.
it.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
like,
exactly. That was.
Yeah.
It seems like it only took you a few minutes. That way.
where like the sun is up, the sun is down. It's like a 4-day video. But all right, guys. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Dave's on vacation, but next week he's going to be hosting, and I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks Mining Kiing for stopping by. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, and we'll see all you guys next Wednesday. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
Peace.